Good day, everyone, and I hope you're staying safe. First time at a driving event? Well, here are some tips for you. Step number 1. Space is limited. First come, first serve. Once spaces are filled, that is it. Step number 2. Please stay in your vehicles. No exceptions. Your safety is so important to us. Step number 3. Pack your snacks. There will be no vendors on site, so please pack accordingly. No noise, please. Let's save our horns or excessive noises for after speeches. Let us give our speakers the utmost respect and not serve as a distraction for them. If you must use the restroom, please flash your lights once. An usher will come and escort you to and from the facilities. Now that you have your tips, relax and have a great time. But don't forget, it's about your future. Ready to get started? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let us pray. Father God, creator of heaven and earth, and all mankind as we assemble here today in no other name but the holy and precious name of Jesus. We want to thank you for bringing us together just one more time. We want to thank you, dear Lord, asking a blessing upon our Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Desmond Bannister, our Member of Parliament, Honorable Carlton Boleg, ministers of the gospel, the media, and each and everyone who came out to make this celebration a success. Father God, we claim victory at the polls so that these great men of wisdom, these visionaries, can continue the great day, the great work that they are doing. It is about our future. Amen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, people ain't gonna believe me if I tell them how much people are here. So, cameraman, pan the crowd for them. Let's hear it for I say, the Bahamas sees you. Let's hear it for yourselves.
I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying as I onward bound. Lord, plant my feet all around. Lord, lift me up and let me stand.
To be presented a letter from Miss Shante Raming, all the way from Kong Sound, from Huntly Christan High School and Kong Sound.
Good afternoon. Dear Mr. Minnis, my name is Shante Raming, a student of the great Huntly P. Christie High School. I am an intelligent, bold, God-fearing, and self-driven individual. My goal is to make the Bahamas bigger, better, and much stronger. Next year, I have no doubt that I will throw myself into education. I will make the most of the canvas of opportunity that will be offered and paint the goals we aspire to. The reason I wrote this letter is to thank you and encourage you to go on as we fight this growing pandemic. I want you to remember that the book of Jeremiah states that before he formed you in the womb, he knew you. Before you were born, he set you apart. He appointed you as a prophet to the nations. This tells us that it was not by accident that we were made. You are the perfect example of a strong, talented leader. Our great country needs and depends on you. God will forever lead, guide, and protect you. You are the prime minister because God has a plan for you, and he knows that you will do your very best. Don't be discouraged. Just know that we love you and appreciate your good work. Yours truly, Shante.
Yes.
I wanna say I'm trusting.
Yes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us all stand with our hats for the singing of for the playing of the national anthem. National anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, our first speaker for the evening is no stranger to politics. I think it's genetics. Because before I knew him, I knew his father in politics, who used to come down here in the 70s and the 80s, Mr. Carl Bethel. But now he has instilled something into his son, who is now taking up the mantle to take this free national movement to another level. Let us all stand and give a round of applause for Mr. Carlisle Bethel.
Just kidding, 'cause when we roll, we don't roll alone. So anywhere that we go, you feel I'm moving every with me.
FNMs! Boy, y'all ain't at the show like this today. Y'all really carrying on part in North Andros. Let me hear it one more time. My name is Carlisle Bethel, President of the Torchbearers Youth Association, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today. Y'all ever notice when you talk to PLPs about this election, you know what they say? They say, boy, if Brave Davis was a leader, you all was gone. Well, guess what? That's your leader. You got him, you got to stick with him, and you're going to take this cut up with him. So let me tell you this. The PLP know they can't win with Brave Davis. So you know what they're resorting to? They're resorting to lies, attack campaigns, and smear campaigns on our candidates. And just for that, we can run them out of town again. They like to say, oh, the FNM was building sidewalks during the pandemic. As if that's an insult. Because guess what? We was building roads during the pandemic. We was building clinic during the pandemic. We was laying pipe in Cat Island during the pandemic. Turn on water in Cat Island during the pandemic. Turn on water in Andros during the pandemic. While we was feeding people $250 million worth of food to the Bahamians in need.
We don't roll alone. So anywhere that we go, you feel I'm moving every with me.
Oh, DJ, man. DJ, I got 2 seconds up here. Let me help get done. You see, the FNM is the party of infrastructure. The FNM is the party of education. That's why we have made education free and accessible from preschool straight up to UB and BTVI. That's education. That's That's the FNM, while giving you $500 a month as a family islander to attend UB. I just have 2 excellent candidates in D'Angelo and Carlton. And now you tell me when they got a good thing, you better keep it. So I expect you all to keep Carlton and I D'Angelo. And Doc, now guess what? I got clothes right now, so I'm just on election day. Doc say, we sending you all for the belt. Because come election day, we can beat them in the north. We can beat them in the south. We can beat them in the west. We can beat them in the east. They gone. They gone. They gone. Keep the fire burning in our soul. Keep the fire burning in our soul. Keep the fire burning in our soul. Fire burning in our soul. Keep the fire burning.
Please, we have to practice social distancing, and please put your mask on. Please put your mask on, please. Our next speaker for tonight, you know, the Lord has a way of working things out. He was the campaign manager for that other fella who took sick. But he was already ready. He knew all the people. So he's prepared to make a difference and help to deliver. No. I'm sorry. He's going to be a part of the twin that Dr. Minnis is going to deliver for Andros. Dr. Minnis is a gynecologist. That is his profession. So he's going to deliver twins in Andros. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and you welcome the second twin, D'Angelo Ferguson from Andros.
Lord Andros! Lord Andros! FNMs! Are you fired up? Are you fired up? Good evening to every one of you. I want to start with a brief announcement to each and every one. I need to let you know that from the south to the north, Andros has gone red. I'm from marvelous Mars Bay in the south to lovely Love Hill in the central Andros. I am here to tell you that the only way to go is with D'Angelo. And in the north, as we move, it is with who? As we move, it is with who? Carlton Bowling! My North Andros family, I will not be long tonight. We had a fiery day in Mangrove Key, South Andros, and Central Andros. Our people are fired up. I am here to support my brother Carlton and to also let you know that for the first time, Andros will have twins. And it will be delivered by the great doctor, your doctor, our doctor, my doctor, our Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis. Lord Andros, I am proud of my brother Carlton. He has fought for you. And as we ride these roads, I am proud of all of you, all that I see. He has brought this constituency to another level. He deserves another term. I need you to send him back to the House of Assembly as we keep the PLP out. Andros, it is our time. And with the FNM, it's about your future. With more developments on its way, Andros is moving forward under the FNM government. So, my fellow Androsians, on September 16, when you go in the voting booth and you look at that ballot, you hold that ballot in your hand and you look at it, I need you to give me and Carlton the opportunity to take our community to the next level. And I need you to mark that X next to the torch. Thank you. God bless you. And may God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Let's hear it for one of the twins. Yes, that'll be the last one, but Carlton can be ready by about 12:30. We can tell you Carlton is the winner. And now we're going to have some entertainment. Now we can have some entertainment. All the way from Andros to Andros, Miss Sanique. Let's hear it first. She comes, please.
No, we keepin' the FNM. I say we been there, we done that. We ain't going back. No, we keepin' the FNM. My mama told me many years ago, them PLPs, they only want your vote. Friends, family, and lovers on the top of the list. When they get your vote, they put you on the block list. We been there, we done that. We tired of the lies. The PLP, they done had their time. The DNA, they ain't got no plan. The FNM is who the people want. We been there, we done that. We ain't going back, so we keep it. The FNM, I say we been there, we done that. We ain't going back, no, we keep it. The FNM, I can hear you all high. We keep the fire burning. The FNM, they never cease from trying. Free national movement, good governance. A leader who stands and makes decisions for the best. A leader for all, he's a true champion. In 2021, we voted FNM. We've been there, we done that. We ain't going back, no, we keep it. Been there, we done that. We ain't going back, no, we keep it. The FNM, we keep it. The FNM. My mama told me many years ago, they will say anything just to get your vote. Don't let but still you wrong. The FNM is who the people want. We've been there, we've done that, we tired of the lies. The PLP, they the time they die. We've been there, we done that, we ain't going back, no, we keep it. The FNM, I say we've been there, we done that, we ain't going back, no, we keep it. The FNM, we keep it. The FNM, we keep it. The FNM, we keep it. The FNM. Not Andros!
Our next speaker, we're gonna ask his brother to come and introduce him officially. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Ryland Bowling.
Feel something moving in my soul. Moving in my soul. Keep a fire burning in my soul. Keep a fire burning in my soul. Keep a fire burning in my soul. Fire burning in my soul. Let's keep a fire burning in my soul. Keep a fire burning in my soul. Keep a fire burning.
In 1974, on July 2nd, a young man was born in North Mastic Point to Carlton and Mary Bolag. He is schooled at the North Mastic Point Primary, went on to the North Andros High School, now the Huntly Christan High School. Further on his education at abroad, where he has achieved an Associate of Arts degree. He has then moved into the civil servant, where he has served for about 20 years in customs. During this time of travel, he decided that this passion that was burning in him to come home and support his people here just could not hold him back anymore. He decided that he wanted to come back and give back to his people here in North Andros. The love and the passion that he shared for this place, he decided that his time with the civil service had end. So, with no further ado, honk those horns. Let me hear you shout as we bring our Member of Parliament for the North Andros and the Berry Islands and our future North Member of Parliament for North Andros and the Berry Islands, Garcia Carlton Bowling.
My dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream. Hear the most I in me sleep when me sleep. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach my goal. Live a happy life, put it on me headstone. Nobody no fi cry over me dead. Look at me now, when them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now, oh. Look at me now. Me just tell them my life for them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life is so good. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. Me have to feel like JOTC when you see me. It's on TV. Shows after shows after shows after shows. Tours after tours after tours after tours. When me name call is like roars after roars. Sweet melody and chorus after chorus.
Wow, oh, wow, oh, wow.
After doors after doors after doors.
I thought they say North Andros is yellow. Tell them that's 25 years ago. Andros is red and we ain't scared. Mr. Party Leader. Mr. Party Leader. The leader of this great organization who has brought us through so many. Through Irma, he channeled the storm. He brought his people into Nassau. We had a perfect year in 2018, record-breaking with tourism. We move on to 2019, where our shores were hit by a storm called Dorian, the most strongest one ever to hit our shore. Yet still he rise to the occasion. Along came 2020. No one knew about a pandemic, but God don't sleep. Again, he still stood on the front line, and he led the way, and he brought us through where we are today as a doctor. So to my party leader and your prime minister, and that will remain on September 16, the Honorable, the Most Honorable Hubert Alexander Menes, Deputy Prime Minister, a man with a passion and a man that grew up in the garden. Desmond Bannister, the man that will bring us back from Carmichael again. He will bring us back, Carmichael. All my other party colleagues, a very pleasant good afternoon to you, FNM's North Andros and the Berry Islands. I want to thank you, my brother, for that wonderful introduction. But as I stand here tonight, today, I can't help but thinking about all those who have fought and paved the way for us our last time out here. In 2017, I know they're smiling down upon us now because of what they're seeing here today. Their dream is finally a reality. We have come this far by faith, North Andros and the Berry Islands. You know you can't mind the talks in the market. Yes, you have your son of the soil. Yes, you have a little boy that was born in Mastic Point, who walked on the white roads before they were paved in 1979, 1980, and 81. Where there was no street lights on our corner. When you look outside and you look at your hand, you couldn't even see it. That's how dark it was. I felt the pain with you. I knew what it was like when you walk on a rocky road and you buck your big toe. You had to go weeks without worrying about a shoe on your foot. I was there with you walking
On the roads as we go on the school road, we call it. Every morning, walking home. But see, those are the people. I whispered to one of my colleagues. And I told him, I said, you know what, a little birdie told me that they're looking to get rid of you in the next general election. That's in Central and South Andros. You see, he didn't believe me, so he went and he made his move. He asked about it. A press statement came out that said all sitting members of parliament seats will not be contested. This is the man who you all want to trust. That's what he said. But guess what? Not only that, when it came down to crunch time, my good buddy was gone. Nobody was there to even help him. But see, under this administration, let me tell you the difference between us and them. When I decided to come into this arena, my people bring me here. The same people who are standing before you. They were the people who stood up and said they want their son of the soil. Not me. I always wanted to come home to help my people. But let me take it further. We decided that after a vote, Carlton Boleg is our man and we standing behind him. Across the street, they had 3 North Androsian side opposite the run against me. One was in the door already. And you know what happened? They weren't even good enough for that party. They neglected their own for a stranger. See, but what they don't understand about Carlton Garcia Boleg is this. You hear me always saying it to you? I don't just fly here. I don't just fly here. I live here. I don't rent a room here. I have a house here. So when you come here, you gotta come correct, buddy, because there ain't no slapping up here.
I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling.
You see, the noise in the market was quite simple. They said, this member of parliament did nothing for North Andros during this time. Let me tell you something. Whether you believe it or not, where they're so used to not seeing nothing done in North Andros, they don't know when something is being done.
I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow.
Let me show you what nothing is. Let me show you nothing. In 1991, March the 9th, I was involved in a traffic accident. I was on the back of a truck. My cousin had to shade me with the sun, with the shirt that he had on his back. Every bump in that road, I felt that bump with a broken pelvis bone. I was making it a commitment that when I get in office, the first thing I'm gonna do is buy an ambulance for my people. We had people dying in their vehicles here, rushing them to the hospital. Now today, North Andros and the Berry Islands, we have an ambulance as we move.
I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling.
As I look around, last night I was on the road. I was trying to get back home before curfew. I felt like I was in Nassau because this thing was lighting up passing me, and I know the thing that I have to do, pull on the side of the road. Let me tell you something. When I saw that fire truck pass, all I said is, as we move, as we move, Lord Andres, there goes your fire truck, right there.
Come home. Yeah.
But I've done nothing. I haven't done anything. When I came in office, you know how those people do when they come in office. Before you see election come, they come and they scrape the road to make you feel as though they was gonna do the road for you. Tell them we ain't fool no more. They come and they scrape the road in Mastic Point 2 weeks before election in 2017. And think we were gonna fall for that. No contract signed, let me let you know that. Just doing it on promises. But let me tell you something. When you got a team from Andros, and you know you got a prime minister that was born in Calabash Bay, and you have a deputy prime minister that was born in Stanley Creek, and you elected a member of parliament from Mastic Point, this is the results that you get as we move.
Keep the fire burning in my soul. Keep the fire burning in my soul. Keep the fire burning in my soul.
As you walk into North Mastic Point, see, I ain't starting north, I start in the south. I made sure that those water lines were down. After years and years and years of that old brown rusty water, the water pressure is so high in the home, I was told and got a call that whether you believe it or not, you can fix my bathroom back because the water pressure is too high, it burst the pipe. As we move, North Andros, no looking back, no looking back. See, you gotta understand what it was all about. We used to debate in the night. And if you didn't get the bed in the night, if anybody out here tell you they bathed that morning and they ain't bathed that night, they lie because they had on lotion. Those days are gone. Now we have road paved in South Mastic Point, in North Mastic Point, in Fire Road, in Pineville, in Nicholstown, in Conch Sound. Oh my God, even through the graveyard. We got roads paved. Not one, even though it was in a pandemic, not one, but 2 bridges completed in 3 years. Never in the history has it happened in North Andros.
Let's keep the fire burning in my soul. Keep the fire burning in my soul. Keep the fire.
But this member of parliament did nothing. Nothing at all. In 2016, right before the 2017 election, we were faced with the worst hurricane that ever hit our shores in North Andros. And I want you all to listen to me carefully now. Listen to me carefully, because I want you all to see what we're dealing with. We had people who were in need and wanted things, the supplies, the building supplies, to make sure they fix their homes after a storm that destroyed most of them, especially in Low Sound. You know what happened? Let me tell you what happened. The building materials came in. And you don't want to have to tell me this. I was here and I witnessed it with my own 2 eyes. If you vote for me, I would help you with your home.
Yes, man. Say, yeah, big respect. Goes out to Andros article, so they see it. Yeah, man, I say Carlton. Jesus.
When you want to talk, when you want to talk but oppression, when you want to talk but victimization, when you want to talk but threatening your people just for their livelihood and what they believe in, you could go the next way. We don't need you here because that's what they do. We don't do that here.
Only can Carlton wants you help us in these ideals. Say no to the violence.
We looked out by a regatta village. Couldn't believe that it was flattened. Nothing was out there. We had a people that came together and we built that regatta village and had one of the biggest regatta ever in North Andros after. That's what pulling together is all about, people. We have a division that cost us for many years, that keep putting us back and forth. Every time a government change, they victimize. They carry you away. They take you down, but not under this minister-led administration. All of that was gone. People had freedom of speech. We had no worries, no problem about them threatening and telling us that when they win, what they're going to do. Well, the first thing you have to do is win, my brother. And if you ain't see what happening out here today, you ain't winning.
Article songs, are you ready? Let's go. Hello, this is Elon Murphy representing Carlton Bowling. Are you ready? Let's go again. Lord. All right.
But I didn't stop there. I realized that we had a problem when kids graduated out of North Andros or Huntly Christan High School. You had some that didn't make the grade. So I felt the need to do something else that was going to be different, where we had no one failing. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have it up here, I know you got to be gifted with it here. We just got to find it in you. When you look at it, BTVI into Andros. You just had people who graduated out of BTVIs. Tear came to my eyes. Tears. When I saw those people posing and taking those pictures and putting it on Facebook, I said, thank you, Lord. Finally, North Andros is wake. I just want you to know one thing. I still going on with things that I accomplished, but I didn't do anything. Now I'm going to go on to another thing. I'm going to go on to small business loan development. They say I didn't do that. No, I didn't do it. Let me tell you who did it. The administration did it, not me.
Hey, this is Sweet Emily, representing for Carlton B. We love what you do for Nabi. Hey, yes, man.
We now have entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs in their businesses. Nothing to worry about. We didn't cut any ties and say they are PLPs, we're not going to help them. You all know one of them big time generals over there get one of those things too. But guess what? I ain't see us do nothing to them. We ain't like them. We don't have time for what they have time for. They're stuck in their old ways where they don't want to see progress in Andros and try and hurt our people and keep them oppressed and give them when they want to give them. But we ain't going to teach you nothing else and give you nothing like fish. Here, come for this fish. Come for this. Keep you coming. We can teach you how to fish so you go there and make more fish to give to more people.
Carlton, look what you do for Nabi. We're in the mood and we're feeling good.
You see, a renovation that was done to a parking house, a new one that was built in Bamsey. When you go across the road and you head into the Berry Islands, you're going to see a brand new terminal built by this minister-led administration. For the first time in 35 years, those people can now see a new terminal in there. When I tell you, get someone who don't just fly there, they live there. Keep your member of parliament where he is because he felt your pain.
It's easy for us to understand. We're happy every day.
When you have corporate citizens inside of an area that wants to help, and when you call them and they reach out to you, they can come there and they can tell you, you know what, you do what you have to do and we'll do the rest. A community center in the Berry Islands that took 17 years to complete is now a hurricane shelter and also a community center state-of-the-art completed after 17 years. As we move,
And we're feeling good. Yes, boy, all we do. It's on our
now, I heard they going on in Red Bays. I want the music cut because I want my people to hear this. I hear they going in Red Bays and they campaigning and they telling my Seminole people that he ain't fix your road. Well, let me tell you something. That road wasn't fixed when you all was in there. But I got the proof to show that not only I can fix that road, I got the proof to let you know that they're going to get a rubber track on that same field. They're going to get a parking lot. They're going to get their graveyard paved with a parking lot also. They're going to get a new ramp. They're going to get a new dock. They're going to have a gazebo around there also for when you come in. If you want to clean your fish, a cleaning station. So when you want to talk facts and you want to campaign that I ain't doing nothing, don't campaign on that because they ain't fooling.
and my feelings get high. You never let us down or turn us around. Carlton, what would you do for Nobby?
So I would like for my running mate, the one who's gonna try and think that he could come in here and get y'all to go with him. If I ain't doing nothing, my brother, I don't know what they expect for you to do. Because everything that I've done and they ain't seen nothing, you got a hell on your hand.
Watch it. Sweet Emily here. Give it to me now. One more time. Oh, yeah.
Today, I can tell you finally that I am living a dream. The dream for me to come back home and help my people. And to see the amount of people out here that are showing their support. This is a dream that came true today for me. We have came through a lot, yet still we rise as we move. We know that the road is not going to be easy, but if we unite and stand together, nothing will be impossible for us to conquer. We know as long as we put God first, no matter what mountain is in our way, that mountain will have to move. We will unite and do it together. After years and years of people saying, Andros sleeping, let me tell you all something. Andros is wake, 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 wake. As the son of the soil, people. As the son of the soil, there is so much more to be done. We've only just begun. We still have to fix our light. We have to make sure we have a power plant in there to lower the cost of living for a lot of you. Under this FNM administration, that will be done. You will have a new solar farm in there and it will bring down the cost of living. When the sun is hot now, you don't have to worry about it because you could turn on your AC and don't have to worry about nothing. We're going to introduce ecotourism more into this island. It's $1 million industry. with the proper training and you knowing the history of what you have here, you're going to be your own entrepreneurs to do what you have to do. I am going to make sure that program is here for you. I'm going to make sure I'm empowering you in the right way you need to be, where nobody could come around you and tell you, take this 20 and I can give you this. Those days are gone. Then when you see election over, you don't see them no more. But when I tell you I got to come home, ain't none of y'all can keep me from coming here because I don't fly here. I realize that healthcare now is a major concern for us. We are losing people by the day. We know that the clinic is not in good shape. Under this administration and our next time, that clinic will be done. We know that education is key. The Berry Islands need a school. We know that the Low Sound Primary School has to be done. Those things will be done. We don't just talk the talk. We do what we have to do and make sure you are living comfortable. So when you want to talk, and you want to look for promises, you could go that way. They're full of that. But I could tell you when you want action, you know where you got to come. Under Dr. Minnis, where the action plan come in full effect and is done. As I bring this to a close, my people, we have to come together. We have to believe in the fact that after serving 4 years, we had no victimization. We got to be able to give a little more than we can take.
If you give a little,
we have to realize that if we walk around with our hearts on our sleeve and we help each other, that we will be rewarded abundantly. Unity is what we need, my people. If you are looking for that under this FNM administration, is where you're going to find that. I'm asking you today to stand with me as we unite, as we go forward and fight to make sure that the progress in this island continue. We can do it. Yes, we can.
There's a place
here for people like you. Under this Minnis-led administration, let me hear you hum those horns if you believe that we can do it. Let me hear you raise your hands. Let me hear you people. I believe. Do you believe? Do you believe?
There's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve, and if you're trying to be the change you want to see, if you lay down your life for love so someone
I've gone all my life.
There's a place.
I've gone all my life waiting for this special day.
The streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you.
We've lost a lot, but yet still we rise. This one is for Allison. Long live Allison. We would have Scarrow here with us. No more Scarrow, but Scarrow is in spirit. This one is for Mom, who will fought to fight with me right now. I know you're not your mom, but I love you.
The streets are made of gold.
Lately we've lost Shani. Shani, this one is for you. Vera, this is for you. Jackie, this is for you.
If you give
Miss Bar, this is for you.
then you take.
We will never give up.
And if you try,
most of all,
it's more than you break. If you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand
my morning star,
for those down on their knees,
the man who I know is standing before me right now.
lend a voice to those who cannot speak.
I just want you to know that I hope I've done what you instilled in me. Because if you were here, you will see what people like me have done with people that should have shown love. This is what it's all about, people. If we are going to go to the polls, let's do it for those people who have fought to make sure that we get here and carry through the dreams. Let's make sure we do what we know is right. September 16th, without a shadow of a doubt, North Andros and the Berry Islands will be FNM. We will march on to victory. May God bless you. May God bless you, North Andros and the Berry Islands. And may God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Long live Captain Polag Sr. Long live.
I heard up there the streets are made of gold. And when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. Streets are made of gold.
Yes, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, after such an emotional presentation, as a man speaking from his heart, as a man who loves Andros, he ain't just come here because brave them forcing him here. He is not the one to back out like the other candidate want to. He stood by you. And I will say this, on many, many occasions, we had a discussion, we say, Jesus Christ, man, the man keep feeding the enemy. We always say it. But you know, today, I understand why. I understand why today. He genuinely and sincerely cares about Androsians. PLPs, FNM, DNAs, independent, he loved Andros. And a person who feels like that about his island, we'd be foolhardy to put someone else who just visits us. We'd be foolhardy to put someone who can't take his place. So let's hear it one more time for the greatest member of parliament in the history of North Andros and the Berry Island, Mr. Colton Bowling! Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have to ask you to step back. Social distance, please. You have the social distance. The Prime Minister is kind of concerned about it, so, you know, please, let's step back and let's social distance. Okay? Put your mask on. I know you're all excited and want to touch him and everyone else, but it's not going to happen today. We got to lead by example. We can't be like that crew down the road. I see them pile up right there all day in my little house, but that's all the votes they got right there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we got some entertainment. Let's hear it for Bahamian Trey.
Listen, serious brother, man.
I hear them yellow boys getting toward the door.
Don't sleep on this boy.
Man, they scared
Hey, if you proud to be an FNM, I need to hear you make some noise. Brand new phone, can't find that. Time now, I just buy that. Oh Lord, brand new television, new Jordans. Come missing, that boy then sell my things. Cash for gold, got all my chain. Leave things on him, that's a loss. He'll thief the Lord off the cross. My gal can't find her rings. But don't lie, but I know it's you king. He just come out of jail last weekend. But he done been all over being. That boy it's not 3 lines. Make the punch like 15 times. No job, he rob instead. Didn't you get for nothing with he big key head. Real talking, things so tough. Then thief up all our stuff. When they catch you, we done for good. Hold on, they think they have something in the bush.
I ain't saying the
Make some noise for Ronnie Butler.
I just telling you all don't sleep.
If you love reggae escape, I need to see you do a little move. I see the waistline, them. I see the waistline. Do something. Do something. Do something.
Boy walking up the hill with a full tank of gas on his shoulder.
Hey.
And you know something wrong with that.
Y'all can do the healing too. I know the Andros people in here, they say they can dance. I want to see y'all dance, man. But make sure I stay by your car. Don't go too far.
What your mom say?
What she say?
Lie is a thief and the thief is a murderer.
That's real talk, Ronnie.
Amen to that, brother.
My old lady, home one day. Bake you one Johnny cake. I say, mommy, let me get a little taste. She tell me go find one plate. Come back off it empty. That boy the thief from Freddy. He nearly told one load. He run down Burma Road. That boy the thief for my yacht. And my new phone and they just buy that. He tease some socks off my line. That's my gay low, but I need mine. New jeans, he rocking out the blue. Brand new belt and a brand new shoe. I'm plus he thief my go-to. Tell me, Mr. Butler, what I could do.
Saying the boy is steam on your
hey!
I just telling you all don't sleep.
I just telling you don't sleep.
I ain't saying the boy is fast. Let me tell you.
I just telling you what you. Real talk, I hear them yellow boys is thief. I hear them yellow boys is thief. Listen, don't vote them in. Don't vote them in. From you see them, don't vote them in. They schedule. Let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun in the dancing. Hey, I take y'all up. Wait, pull up. I want to see y'all have some fun out here, man. Stay by your car, don't go too far. Stay by your car, don't go too far. Stay by your car. I go on in the dance and what I see. I take y'all with her. Then I go on behind her so I can get straight. Turn around, then I see her face. I say, girl, you look like an animal. She say you was just saying that on behind, but I don't see nothing wrong with a little bumpy grind time now. I just trying to get straight, you know. Time she mash up, but I don't know, so I walk off. Got out of sight, cause that's enough ugly for me in one night. Then I spot a light skin in a leopard print pants. When I see that, I pick up my face, I roll up on her, grab her by her waist, I say, you can't. You can't. Alkaline. Call me Shabaran, cause I saw. Now after that, we gone in the corner. This guy, hot like the summer. When I say this, you're my dad, but I try. Yeah, man. Had to get a little, hey, but she had more than the jungle. Like, my God, what happened to her? She need more than, she need a lot more shoots. Getting straight must see is a crime, but I could bust it one more time. Say, you can't mugger like me. Say, you can't mugger like me. You can't. FNMs, make some noise. Real talk though. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Ferguson. Special shout out to Mr. Bowleg. Definitely special shout out to Mr. Minutes for supporting young talent. Y'all notice y'all see 2 young people out here today, right? FNM supporting young talent. Y'all pick up yourself. Andros, y'all make some noise.
I going home and I ain't coming back. I pay $10 plus I pay.
Soul.
program tonight are Androsians. They're all Androsians. And they all tell you what we are capable of. I went Lausanne the other day and I saw a complete tackle shop in Andros. With spear, goggles, everything, and I was kind of shocked. But then I found out it was Mr. Menace trying to help some young person to achieve her goals. Then I go on Kongsan and I see a big pretty boat. But Mr. Menace trying to help. But without further ado, I can bring on another Andros man who can tell you about all this, every bridge you pass over in the country now fix up. I speak of none other than Mr. Andros, the Minister of Works, Deputy Prime Minister, your friend, my friend, Mr. Desmond.
On the right way. Economy back on the right.
Yes, it is.
People getting back their jobs. How you mean? How we moving west? The dog. We coming back with the dog. Yeah. FNM with future back on track. Hit back on track. Yeah. We coming back with the dog. Yeah. FNM with future. Yeah.
FNMs. FNMs. It is great to be home. I want to just say to Carlton, Carlton, we feel you. And you got this, bro. You got this, Carlton. It's so good to be home and see so many dear friends today. This morning, we were in South Andros. And we were in Central Andros. I'm going to tell you that South Andros is red.
Big up the FNM.
Central Andros is all FNM.
Back the jobs. How you mean? How we moving west? The dog. We coming back with the dog. Yeah. FNM with future back on track.
North Andros is Carlton country, and North Andros is on fire.
It can't mash up, no. For months he wasn't working, was always inside. Was driving we crazy, was driving we wild.
So tonight we got the fantastic four Androsians here. You got your Prime Minister who's an Androsian. You got your Deputy who's an Androsian. You got your MP, who's your Androsian. And the next MP from the South, Mangrove Key and Central, is an Androsian.
Handling the COVID situation the right way.
This is a great day for Andros. It's never happened before. This is history. I want you all to compare that to the sad, woeful PLP. Brave, do nothing, Davis. The man who wouldn't do nothing for his home. Nothing. Right now, for the first time in history, Cat Island is going to get water. You know who do that? The FNM is doing that.
Hey, big up the FNM. Yes, handling the COVID situation the right way. Economy back on the right.
I don't know what's wrong with them, but they bring someone from somewhere else to run in the north. What you think wrong with their head? Something gotta be wrong. But North Andros is the wrong place for them to be skylarking. I want to just say one thing. We need to have Carlton's back. We were in the South this morning, and they were up to their old tricks. They were trying to intimidate our voters. They sent someone out there with ankle bracelets on who tried to intimidate those young people who were there. That could never happen in the North.
And you all don't let them try that. So I want you to be vigilant and don't let them get away with nothing. You know, the PLP is desperate. They're full of lies. And they're trying to do everything that they can to distract you. But none of us are going to be moved. Not one of us. We are firm, we are resolute, and on the 16th, we are going to kick them out. If you miss and let them win, just like Carlton said, they are spiteful, they are mean, and they have their hit list. So on the 16th, you can pack that fella back up and send him out of here.
Big up the FNM.
Now, I'm not no stranger to North Andros. All of you know that I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. Unfortunately, you know, it's very sad with the PLP. They are saying that in the last 4 years, Andros got too much. They don't want you to have anything. And that's how they control people. They make sure that you have nothing. But let me tell you what's been done. Just some of the things that's been done in Andros. Let me start from the south. In Lisbon Creek, we got a new dock and the harbor's dredge. $2 million invested in Lisbon Creek. In Burt, in South Andros, they have the biggest gym in the country right now. The national gym could fit in that. $11 million invested in our young people in South Andros. In Bird Rock, we have wonderful seawall to protect the community. In Central Andros, your FNM government is investing $9 million to make sure that they have good roads.
We coming back with the top, yeah. FNM with future back on track. Hit back on track.
In South Andros, your FNM government is investing $8 million so that South Andros can have good roads.
For months we wasn't working. Was always inside. Was driving we crazy. Was driving.
The jobs and the opportunity that are coming to Andros are priceless.
Contract with the dock. Come on, FNM, let's go. We coming back with the dock, yeah.
So let me just say a couple days before the Prime Minister comes on. 2 weeks ago, I told BPL that anybody who's on Crown land need to be able to get their power. And if they don't do it starting on Monday, I'm going to make sure they do it. So all y'all who are on Crown land who need to get your electricity, I want you all to go into BPL on Monday, and they are going to have to hook you up.
Coming back with the top, yeah. FNM with future back on track. Hit back on track, yeah. We coming back with the top, yeah.
We got some unfinished business in the north. Carlton has been showing me some docks, and you can see me down here dealing with those docks. Losang, at the entrance to Losang, I have to fix that little bridge. You have something very special. Stafford Creek, you will be getting your new bridge. And Red Base, as I stand up here tonight, you will be getting your roads.
Hey! Hey! Big up the FNM! Handling the COVID situation the right way. Economy.
North Andros, you can count on Carlton. And we're going to stay rocking with Doc.
Yeah, FNM with future back on track. Hit back on track, yeah. We coming back with the...
Now it is my pleasure, and I don't have to introduce this man. You know him good. You know him really good. You know him good, good, good. In the pandemic, we have a leader who was steadfast and who has been protecting us. He didn't listen to them other fellas when they say open the bars. You want to open the bars in the middle of the pandemic. He was serious, and he remains serious and steadfast in ensuring that we are safe. I want a good North Andros welcome to our Prime Minister, our Andros man, the man who's keeping us safe, the one and only Doc.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami,
Up your horns and flash your lights! Up your horns and flash your lights!
ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, zuhambe nami.
FNMs, I want you to listen clearly. There is a red tsunami taking the entire Bahamas.
Hey! Hey! Big up the FNM!
I want to inform Mangrove Key that though we missed them today, we will be back visiting them on the 14th of September. FNMs, we have been on the Big Island all day. We arrived in South Andros first thing this morning. And now I fully understand why the PLP and Brave are running scared. South Andros gone red, red, red. The turnout from the young people is overwhelming. Young Bahamians are voting FNM. Let me tell you, Andros Island is big and long. The FNM is growing strong. The doctor's in the house tonight, and one of my assignments is to deliver three sets of fraternal twins through the Bahamas. A set of twins in the 2 seats in Eleuthera. A set of twins in the 2 seats in Abaco. And Andros, no doubt, is an easy, safe twin delivery.
Handling the COVID situation the right way. The economy back on the rise. Yes, it is. People getting back their jobs. How you mean? Who we moving?
Andros, let me ask you tonight so that Nassau can hear you. Who you voting for?
Back with the top, yeah. FNM, the future, yeah, mash up.
Andros Rolling Red. You know, South Andros, they're vets of the PLP. Everyone was telling me how bad Brave and the PLP treated Piceville. Many PLPs who supported Piceville told me that they voting for the Angelo.
People getting back their jobs. How you mean? Who we moving with? The dog, we coming back with.
The Angelo Ferguson is a dynamic young man with great promise. The Big Island is going fully FNM. North Andros, I am here tonight to ask you to return Carlton Bowleg to the People's House so that he can continue to serve North Andros and the Berry Islands. Carlton has been working hard for Andros, and Carlton will continue to work hard for Andros. The FNM has been working hard for Andros over the past 4+ years. And we know how vital your infrastructure is for you and for your environment. We put in a new bridge at London Creek. We constructed a new bridge in Stanyard Creek. The road works from Fresh Creek to Cargill Creek and Bering Point have started. We are going to complete the state-of-the-art all-purpose gymnasium in South Andros. And the gym will also serve as a hurricane shelter. South Andros will host the basketball component of the Bahamas Games. During the pandemic, we kept the faith with you through food assistance, unemployment assistance, business loans and grants, and other support. North Andros is benefiting from the Small Business Development Center. North Andros, FNMs. It is important for you to keep coming forward to get your shots. The pandemic is in a critical stage around the world. Hospitals around the world are full and people are dying. We do not want a major outbreak here in Andros. Those of you who are not vaccinated, please come forward right now to get your shots. You do not have time to wait any longer. Please get vaccinated and get protected. I am happy to announce that vaccination teams will be returning to Andros, Exuma Mainland and the Keys, Long Island next week to administer the vaccines. Thousands of Bahamians and residents continue to turn out every week to receive the vaccine in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and the Family Islands. We are making good progress, but we have to keep working hard to get as many people vaccinated as possible. I want to report to the nation that vaccines have already been delivered to Bimini, to Inagua, to Auckland, Crooked Island, Cat Island, and San Salvador. On Monday, vaccines will be delivered to Mayaguana. So please, continue to check opm.gov.bs regularly for updated schedules. North Andros, FNMs.
It's all about you and me together in our country. Together we will.
This past week, I announced the Universal School Meals Program, which will mean free breakfast, lunch, and snack for the 43,000 students in the government-operated schools. This is a major investment in our children and youth. This is also a huge opportunity for Bahamian-grown and harvested products to supply the food for this market of approximately 43,000 Bahamian students. This will be a reliable, sustainable market and opportunity for the fishers and farmers here on Andros and throughout our family islands. To help supply significantly more food for Bahamians in general and our students and for millions of tourists who visit the Bahamas, we are going to significantly restructure and redevelop BAMSI. To help get food from Andros and other islands to Bahamians, we are going to construct a new native food market in New Providence and continue to promote the development of farmers market throughout the country. Your FNM is going to accelerate. Listen to me carefully, Andros, because I know you want to hear this part. Your FNM is going to accelerate the grant and lease of Crown land to ensure stable rights of tenure on land for farmers.
Together in our country, together we will.
We are going to increase and accelerate the availability of production credit to facilitate land preparation, input supplies, transport, and marketing access to the private sector. Hydroponic farming has plenty promise here in the Bahamas. So we are going to provide ongoing incentives and more opportunities for hydroponic farming. Your FNM is going to establish feed milling to help to make the cost of pork and poultry production more efficient with a modern feed mill to produce and distribute proper rations for feed, especially to small farmers. We are going to provide incentives and land to expand the production of native and tropical fruit, such as coconuts, avocados, soursop, mangoes, guavas, and a range of other fruits to accommodate a true taste of the islands of the Bahamas. We want to expand the production of staples such as sweet potatoes, eddos, and cassava to increase the food security of the country while creating an abundance that could be leveraged into more efficient livestock feeds and value-added products. We are going to introduce organic certification to tap into the lucrative market for lettuce, herbs, spices, and other goods. And we are going to continue support to provide farmland, tractors, refrigerated trailers, computers, and business services to Bahamian farmers to boost agriculture and our economy. You can see our ideas and vision for agriculture and fisheries in our manifesto 2021 at www.fnmbahamas.org. North Andros, FNMs everywhere. The early PLP had a number of significant accomplishments for the Bahamas, but as the country knows, the PLP lost its way. It betrayed its own values and betrayed the trust of the Bahamian people beginning in the mid to late 70s. By the 80s and early 90s, the PLP had fully betrayed the Bahamian people. It became the party of mass corruption and victimization, only interested in keeping the PLP elite in power. They lost their way. In 1992, the FNM put an end to one of the worst periods in our modern history. It is the FNM that picked up the baton as the party of the people. In our 4 terms, we invested in critical infrastructure. We restored our economy over and over again. We invested in Family Island development. We invested in young people. We managed crisis after crisis to protect your future. The PLP came back in office in 2002, promising a new PLP. They betrayed that promise. In 2012, they again promised a new PLP. And once again, they brought back the same old news. The era of mass corruption of the PLP continued. For the 3rd time since 2002, the PLP is promising something new. This time, after Perry Christie's deputy, under Perry Christie's deputy, Brave Davis. We are not going to be fooled again, not by false promises. There is nothing new about the PLP. There is nothing new about Brave Davis. The PLP under Davis only wants power for the sake of power. Today's PLP is bankrupt. They are bankrupt of values. They are bankrupt of a philosophy of governance. They are bankrupt of ideas. They are bankrupt of a vision for your future. Just look at their so-called plan. It is only a little pamphlet without any guiding philosophy and with no true vision of your future. Brave's PLP has no identity when it comes to doing things for the people. The FNM remains the People's Party. North Andros, FNMs, this is a general election campaign about your future. I have traveled the country telling Bahamians about our plans to invest in education and after-school programs, to grow the economy, and to continue the fight against COVID-19. This week, Brave has been missing. Couldn't see him, couldn't hear from him. It's as if he has given up. He sees this red wave building. He feels the mood of the country. He knows Bahamians stay in red. He knows Bahamians are voting FNM. This week, while we were detailing bold policies to invest in young people, Brave had nothing to say about anything. This is the worst PLP campaign in that party's history. Brave is the worst PLP leader in that party's history. And after hearing his terrible record as the MP for Cat Island for 20 years, when he couldn't even get his people water. Bahamians know Brave. Bahamians know Brave by one word: lousy. Tonight, I have a message for the for the PLPs around the country. I know you don't want Brave as your leader, and I know you're embarrassed by him. So I say to the PLP, come with us to tell anyone who you voted for, but you're voting for your future. Go to the booth and vote for the party that is investing in the Bahamas.
It's about your future. I vote in FNM. You vote in FNM. We vote in FNM. Everybody votes in.
We are the party that are investing in Bahamians. I want them to go to the booth and vote for the party that is expanding the hospitals. Go to the booth and vote for the party that is upgrading the infrastructure on the Family Islands. Vote FNM. FNMs on Monday, we are heading to Long Island and to Exuma as our momentum goes from strength to strength. And as I said in Grand Bahama last night, there's plenty of foolishness the PLP and their people are putting out, especially on social media. They are trying to distract you from the truth of who Brave is and who they are. Do not mind the noise. They are very desperate. They are very hungry and need to get back at that cookie jar. They are scared and they are going to lose. So they are going to get even more desperate and nasty. But your FNM is going to continue our campaign for your future with our heads high. We have accomplished much for you, and we are going to do even more. Let me be very clear. If the PLP comes to office, they will cancel many of the programs we put in place for you. There will be no universal preschool. There will be no universal school meals program. There will be no universal after-school programs. Domestic and foreign investments may decline significantly. Our economic recovery might stall. The PLP is bad for workers, and they are bad for business. They will not put in place many of the things we have in our manifesto. I want to advise you again. On September 16th, I want you to go to the polls early. Vote FNM. Complete our voting process by 3, max 4, so that between 4 and 5, we can celebrate our victory. The polls are safe. The polls are safe. Carry your mother with you. Carry your grandmother with you. Carry your brother and your sister with you. Carry them to vote FNM. Tell your grandmother that you want her to vote for your future. Tell your mother and your father that you want them to vote for your children's future. Tell everyone that this vote on September 16th is a vote for your future. It is all about your future. Let me close by asking you to remember to support and pray for all of those who suffered from COVID. Let us lift each other up in prayer and in love. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. May God continue to bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. FNMs! FNMs!
Difficult circumstances.
On September 16th, we will be back and we will travel through. Just as we are traveling through campaigning, we will travel through again to celebrate with you. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Together we stand. Yeah. Every time we look back, we will see.
Ladies and gentlemen, for some information, a rebroadcast of this will be on ZNS tonight from 8 to 10, ZNS TV and radio on 8:10 and 15:40. So you can watch yourselves tonight, having a good time, and showing the Bahamas we are ready